Hello everyone. Interestingly enough, in this video I will be explaining why I chose to enlist in the US Navy. This has been a very personal decision, so I will be dabbling into details of my life and experience and background. For one, I have 2 years of education in college, and I was planning to get my whole 4 years and a bachelor's and commission into an officer, which in essence is the boss, what you can say, of the enlisted members, what I will be doing. So, of course, I wanted to be a boss. But due to many factors, I chose to enlist. I am still very excited with my decision and very happy with it. This is because one of the most important driving forces that brought me to this decision is the career structure and advancement and education. So, what I mean by this is that when you enlist or commission, become an officer or enlisted member, you pick a job. To put this into perspective, my job is CTI, Cryptological Technician Interpreter, which means I will be getting trained to learn a foreign language and then interpreting that. Now, if I wanted to follow my dream and take the same job in the civilian world, what would I have to do? Train myself. I would have to get tutoring, and then I would have to deal with the uncertainty of not knowing if I will be able to get this job and at what salary. There are so many obstacles, but that is why I am wholeheartedly infatuated with the Navy, because you're going to train me for my dream job. I am going to get the credentials and qualification for that job while I'm getting paid, because it's my job. That's my number one career. Now, my number two driving force is financial stability. And obviously, the military doesn't get paid a lot, but they don't have expenses, which allows them to have more than a civilian would. Because if a civilian gets paid $5,000 a month, they probably have like 2,500, half of their income, into rent, food, car bills. They're not going to have a lot to save. But let's say I get 2,000 a month, and I don't have to pay for housing or food. All I have to pay for is my new personal expenses. At the end of the day, a military member will not out earn a civilian, but will most definitely outsave them. Clearly, with my top two driving forces, the reason behind them is security. I love the career structure because it secures me of having training, credentials, and a job. I also like having the advantage of having housing and expenses paid for, because it gives me the security that I will be able to save my money. The third reason I joined the military, and this is the reason that had my younger self planning for this day, is because of the lifestyle. Now, there can be total opposites to this view, but for me, I am active and I don't see discipline as anything bad. If anything, I love self improvement, and that's how I see the lifestyle. Waking up early, working out, and if you want to, going to school. You can look at strictness two ways, as something you have to deal with or something that is helping you. The fourth reason why I decided to join the military, and this one is stronger than lifestyle. So it is the experiences I will have. I talked to a recruiter the other day, and they said, you're going to have something to tell your grandkids and your kids, and you're going to have a life basically worth sharing stories about. What he's referring to is the experiences you have in the military, which you will never expect or can never plan for. Going to a certain country or learning a certain culture, even having your whole career redirected in a new direction that you had not planned for whatsoever. With the experiences comes community and your social circle. So this is a plus for me because personally, living in Florida, I have not always had the best surroundings or influences growing up. And I think it's not just a benefit from networking, but also being around possibly very influential and motivating and positive, hardworking people. I mean, veterans are so highly looked upon, and so are active duty members because there's just something special about it. Other benefits are the pension you could receive after 20 years of service that government employers offer, as well as health care, tuition assistance, so having your education paid for, any kind of help you need, be it financial, emotional, medical, it's all covered. I will be leaving for boot camp in less than 10 days, and I am excited to get a start on my new life and career and get the ball rolling. If you made it this far, I'll let you know that having college credits, although not reaching an associate's or bachelor's, still does count for something because they can move you up in rank and will if you have the certain numbers of credits, as they did for me. So instead of being an E1, I will be an E3 from day one. I hope you enjoyed this talk, kind of a little bit of information and insight about myself and the military. If you feel like any of the reasons I mentioned today resonate with you, or you can relate to the struggle of how it is in civilian life and you're tired of it, well, I will highly recommend getting more informed of the military and seeing if it's an option for you, because I think it can build people's lives, careers, personality, maybe. if you look at it in the right lens. Comment down any questions, and I'll see you next time.